What's going on, guys? This is C Limits here, delivering you episode 3 of Military Hacks. And today, what we're going to discuss is how to improve your credit score in 30 days or less. That's right, 30 days or less. And if you guys stand by, I'm going to show you the recipe and give you some things you may have never considered before. So before we begin, let's write in the comment section, I want more military hacks. Let's like and subscribe for more content. And if you guys are ready, let's get ready for the military hacks. So people, how many people have ever heard of the FICO score? So right now we're on the FICO 8 model. So FICO 8 is the most widely used credit scores by actual lenders. 90% of top lenders use FICO scores to help them make billions of credit-related decisions every year. FICO scores are calculated based only on information in the consumer's credit report maintained by the credit bureaus Experian, Equifax, and Transunion. So by comparing the information to patterns in hundreds of thousands of past credit reports, FICO estimates on your level of future credit risk or how likely you are to be ready for a loan. Now, does it seem like it helps you or hurts you? What do you guys think? So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section. Furthermore, what is a good credit score? You ready? So most credit scores have a 350 to an 850 score range. The higher the score, the lower the risk you are to lenders. A good credit score is considered to be a 670 to a 739 score range. So one of the most important things about the FICO 8 score is the new terms about your high credit line utilization. It's very important that you keep this credit card utilization below 30%. Below 30% threshold, because if this thing is out of control and you don't keep a grasp on this important aspect, your credit score will plummet. Keep in mind what I said. Say it with me, guys. Under 30% credit line utilization. One of the most important things about your credit score. So let's get to what you guys and ladies have been waiting for. These tips for improving your credit score. Number 1, pay down revolving balances to less than 30%. So your aggregate debt to amounts owed on all credit cards and all installment accounts make up about 30% of your credit score. 30%. The most common revolving credit balances are credit cards. So essentially, don't worry too much about paying installment accounts. Still pay them, but they're not as important. They have a low impact on your score. Instead, pay your revolving balances off as soon as possible. At very least, aim to pay those balances down less than 30%. This will assist you to improve your credit score in 30 days or less. 30 days or less. Number 2, you want to remove recent late payments. Late payments and payment history account for 35% of your credit score or FICO score. 35%. A single late payment can drop your credit score by 60 to 110 points. That's ridiculous. And I think payment history is something that, or one of the most important things that you actually can control. So how can you remove a late payment if you do have a late payment? So removing a late payment will take persistence. There are a couple ways to request removal. The most common and most effective is to just call. Just call the creditor or whoever you owe and try to get like a goodwill adjustment, and hopefully they will oblige and just, y'all can settle with something so you can actually get it off the credit score. Because the most important thing you want to do is to just get it off. If they resist, you can negotiate the removal of the late payment by agreeing to sign up for automatic payments or for other late payments. You can file a dispute against the late payment for inaccuracy. Anything that you can do to remove that late payment, it will be greatly beneficial in the long run. Trust me. The first thing any lender wants to know is whether you paid past people in the past. So this will help them to figure out the amount of risk they want to take when extending credit to you. This is the most important factor in a FICO score. So be sure to keep your accounts in good standing history to build a healthy history, because if they see you had 30 days late here, 60 days late here, 90 days late here, do you think they're gonna give you any money? Think about that. Number 3, remove a collection account. If you do have a collection account reporting or on your credit report, you should try to get the collection deleted. This is imperative, because just like late payments, if you miss one late payment, it stays in your credit history for 7 years. So think about that the same with collections. So do not just pay the collection, okay? A paid collection usually doesn't help improve your credit score. Instead, negotiate and try to pay for delete in writing. Make sure you get it in writing with the collector. So only when you have the written agreement should you actually pay it off. And once you get that in the works and you get the account deleted, you will see once your report is actually reported and the actual collection is reported, you will see an increase in your credit score. Number 4, the easiest thing I think you can do is just raise your credit limit. So on the multiple cards that you may have, if you just raise your credit limit, this can help to increase your credit score. So how can you do this? If you just call the credit card companies and request a raise to your credit limits, ask if they can raise your credit limit but with a soft pull, because you have soft pulls and you have hard pulls. Hard pulls put what's called an inquiry on your report, and that can negatively affect your report. But a soft pull is similar to when you actually run your own credit score and it doesn't negatively affect your credit score. So how I did it was, so I have about 75,000 in credit line over about 6 credit cards that I have. So every 6 to maybe 12 months, I will call the company, or you can do it on the app, but it's preferred if you call the company because you have more control over the soft and hard pull. You call them up, you be like, my credit limit is about 15,000. I was looking to raise it to about 20,000. And by doing this, they'll look over your payment history. They'll look over the amount of money is already charged on the card, and they'll be like either yay or nay. More than likely, if you have a good payment history and you don't use the card as much, then they will raise the credit limit, and then you go from 15,000 to 20,000. So if you steadily do this over each credit card, then you can go from starting at maybe $20,000 of credit limit to, at the end, you might have 35 to 40,000. And by having more credit line, then you lower your credit card utilization because you have more credit line in comparison to the amount of credit that you're actually using. And as low as 30 days, this can raise your credit score. So as I said before at the beginning of the video, if you like what you're hearing, make sure you put "I want more military hacks" in the comment section. Like and subscribe to my channel, and look forward to more information coming soon. Number 5. So charge small amounts to inactive credit cards. So it's easy to neglect older credit cards when you have a primary credit card, but especially if you haven't used this credit card in greater than 6 months. So if your credit cards haven't had activity in the last 6 months, charge a small amount to the credit cards, because creditors want to see that you are using the credit available to you, as well as paying the balances off responsibly. Charging small amounts and paying off the balances shows that you are having a different mix of credit in use, which makes up a portion of your FICO score. So additionally, you just want to get credit because in my opinion, no credit is just as bad as bad credit. So, but you don't want to open up several accounts in one or a short period of time because to lenders that's going to look risky and you're going to build up inquiries on your report. So one way you can do it is you can get with a seasoned trade liner or a person who has good credit and is good with money, and you can be a co-signer for them because you are going to be responsible for the debt, but if you trust this person and you know that they are good with money, then that is something you don't really have to worry about, but it will help your credit. Another thing is you can be what's called an authorized user. So authorized user is not responsible for any of the debt that the person actually accumulates, but they reap all the rewards. So if I have a credit card and I put you as an authorized user, every time I swipe the card and I make a payment history, swipe that card, I make a payment history, it reflects a good or a positive remark on your credit. So you kind of double dipping. So you're using your credit and you're making your payments as well as the other person that you're an authorized user on their accounts. So essentially you're raising your credit score, and you can do this in 30 days or less. Trust me, be positive towards yourself and be confident in what you're doing. So for those of y'all that didn't know, they have this new program called Experian Boost. It's free. All you have to do is sign up on Experian.com and make an account, and then hit the Experian Boost icon, and then you're good to go. I'll put a link in the description for more insights and more details about that. I actually tried it. Good thing about Experian Boost, usually bills such as phone bills, light bills, cable bills, etc. are not reported on your credit line. But with Experian Boost, all you have to do is sign up one of your bank accounts, preferably the bank account that you use to actually pay these bills, and it will scan for only those bills, and it will actually put those bills to report on your credit line. So if y'all have any questions or anything like that, just put in the comment section and I will answer those as soon as possible. But the main thing is credit is one of the most important things in your life, because credit will define you as a good or bad person to deal with. It may seem crazy, but that is how lenders look at it, and you want to make sure that you are using everything or every entities in your power to ensure that you are controlling this number, because this number will control you if you don't look at it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Military Hacks. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you want more of Military Hacks, make sure you put in the comment section, I want more military hacks. You guys already know what time it is. Make sure you like and subscribe, and get ready for more military hacks.